The Lincoln Wishlist sales event is happening now. Here's what's on everyone's wish list. Enjoying holiday jingles with brilliant 3D audio that surrounds you? Check. Watching snow flurries through the panoramic Vista roof? Check. Packing up presents with the spacious Lincoln Splitgate? Check. Everything you want. All standard on the 2025 Lincoln Navigator SUV. Visit your local Lincoln retailer or learn more at Lincoln.com for exceptional offers on 2025 Lincoln vehicles today.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana makes car selling fast and easy from start to finish. Enter your license plate or VIN and get a real offer in seconds, down to the penny. If you accept, Carvana will come pick up your car from your driveway. Or you can drop it off at one of our car vending machines. Either way, you get paid instantly. It's fast, transparent, and 100% online. Car selling that saves your time. That's Carvana.
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Jay Kelly, the new film from Academy Award nominee Noah Baumbach. George Clooney stars as an actor confronting his past and present on a journey of self-discovery, alongside Adam Sandler as his devoted manager. Critics are calling it a declaration of love to the chaotic art of filmmaking, with the Wall Street Journal praising it as a transcendent comedy drama. Jay Kelly is now playing only on Netflix.
Hey everyone, don't mind Leo in the background. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Let me actually bring this screen down a little bit. Sorry. Hey everybody. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we're live every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. That's every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it.
Just try to get your head right. I know you were searching for some answer. Can you was dead right? Yeah, you was. I know they tried to make you think that you was crazy. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. Now every time you come around, you just be scoping, don't be saying. I'll keep my mouth closed and I'll just listen. We never been on the same. You can say we different. It's not hard to swallow when there's no chaser. So go ahead and crush it. Let me take a toast with ya. Some places party of the night. You can choose wrong or you can fix your way. Life's too short to be playing games. But if you sure you gon' make a change, I know that you try hard and you gon' be okay. Please don't give up, cause I promise you gon' find your way. After the storm is over, you see it wasn't all for nothing. You see that it wasn't all for nothing. Hey. You see it wasn't all for nothing. A lot of times we catch ourselves making sacrifices and we don't really see at the time
the good that it's about to bring, or the profit of, you know, what we put out. And then one day it happens. And it's like, wow. Finally, you know. Now you see, it wasn't all for nothing. It might have took longer than you expected, but it wasn't supposed to be on time for you. It was supposed to be on time in general for you. Not just like for you thinking, like, I was supposed to be on time. No, not when you think it's supposed to be on time. It's going to be on time when it happens. You don't think at the time, like, you'll be like, oh, fuck, like, when is this going to happen? And then all of a sudden it happens, and that's actually when you really needed it to happen. So, I'm just saying. Before we go on, I want to give a moment of silence for the ones who didn't make it here today, for whatever reason. There's some that didn't make it here for mental health issues, battling sickle cell, gun violence, fentanyl, car wrecks. And we know some of these people in all categories. So let's give this moment to them. Anyone that you lost, say their name in your head. Remember them at this time. This is their time. Let's give it to them. I don't want to forget, because I actually been forgetting this half the year. But remember when I first started the couch, and I used to always tell you guys to check on your strong friends. Anybody that you fuck with, if you love them, check on them. You know, I've been forgetting to tell you guys that. And even though some of us, a lot of our friends that we thought were our friends aren't really our friends, you know. Some of them, we ain't even cool with the same people that we was cool with in the beginning of the year. So when you say check on your strong friend, it's like, oh, I ain't even got no friends no more. Okay, well, check on the ones that you have. Anybody that you fuck with, you check on them. Thank you for the gift. You check on them and you give them the love that they deserve, because we focus so much on people who don't even care about us, and we gotta really stop that. So let's literally start focusing on the ones that care about us. I'm coming up, well, not really coming up, well, it's, you know, something that needs to be talked about, and we have new subjects on the couch that we're going to be talking about starting next year. Sickle cell talk, because we don't talk about it as much as we need to. And one of my good friends was actually about to help me start the segment a few months back, but she ended up getting really sick, and she ended up passing away just recently. So I'm going to start the segment in honor of her and anyone that's suffering from sickle cell. Also, another subject, I don't talk about it as much as I should, you know, and I have lupus. I just, complaining is just like, when you have, thank you so much, I love you. When you have a autoimmune disease, or, I love you. When you have an autoimmune disease, or any type of pain, which the whole autoimmune disease awareness, you know, talk on the couch, would, anyone knows that we don't really like talking about the pain we in, because we don't like to seem like we complaining. You know, we don't like to seem like we talking about something repetitively. And it seems repetitive when you are going through the same thing. Hannah, I love you. it seems like it's repetitive when you're going through the same thing with lupus, because it's like the same things are happening, sometimes worse. And that goes with, any type of autoimmune disease. So any of us know we don't really like to talk about it. So that's why I haven't really been talking about it like that on the couch. Only sometimes you'll catch me talking about it, but no, fuck that. We need to do a segment on it, because some of you guys don't understand the seriousness of sickle cell and the seriousness of autoimmune diseases, and you need to know. So we'll be doing that every month on the couch as well. And stop the gun violence. Today's subject is stop the gun violence. And it used to be a subject on the couch a lot with guests involved, but a lot of people are still grieving the ones they lost from gun violence. There's not a time frame to that, and I don't like to feel like I'm intruding. So stop the gun violence. The story part of it from others, that is only if you guys are comfortable with coming up and speaking on your story of gun violence. Whether you lost a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, a son, a daughter, a cousin, a nephew, whoever you lost. And it's been a lot of gun violence. Almost more so than usual. And the way we can get ahead of it is right now putting the influence and the energy out there. And I know that might sound crazy, but it's getting easier and easier for these kids to get guns. It's getting easier and easier for these kids to be influenced. Literally, they're trying to be like what their favorite rapper are claiming to be. They're trying to be that person that their favorite rapper is acting as if they are. Which a lot of these rappers aren't who they say they are. They're literally just the person that their ghostwriter is writing them out to be. And just like for women, sex sells, for men, violence sells. Even more so than ever. Beef sells, feuds sell. So, if violence is selling, and it's the main topic almost always for the men, I mean, men do talk about ass, of course, and fucking hoes and all of that, but a lot of these kids' favorite rappers are talking about toting guns and being that person that shoot them down, and you know what I'm saying, like, and they like wanting to be that. They 6'7" in this shit. They wanting to be that person. They are wanting to be their inspo. It's not enough adults right now that are out, even parents that are their kids' inspo, because these kids are being inspired by rappers, the glitter and gold. And some of you parents are, hey, Jesse, some of you parents are so focused on being the provider, providing the food and the clothes and the lifestyle for your children, that you're not really focusing on being the inspiration to your kids. You're not really focused on conversing with them and trying to figure out, well, who do you look up to? They don't want to look up to somebody who's working a regular 9 to 5. They don't. Because they're not. Some kids are. Let's not get that twisted. Because there are some kids that are I'm not going to say being raised right, because I can't judge how you're raising your children. All I can say is, for the gun violence, these kids, if they aren't looking up to you, because if they are, then where are they getting this gun idea from? And as much as we want to believe that our children are inspired by us, or look at us as their leader or their whatever, no, it's not true. You may want to believe that, but it is very far-fetched, because your kids are listening to NBA YoungBoy, whoever, all these other rappers are, even the girls, they listening to the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's and shaking that ass in the garages. Okay, that rhymed. That's the only reason why I said it like that. But the girls are trying to be like the girls, and the boys are trying to be like the guys. And the guys aren't the ones in your household. It's the ones on the screen that's making it as if this lifestyle that they're living is where it's at. And it's not. It's not. If you are a child and you can see this, if you are a kid and you can see this, well, you ain't really even supposed to be on here, but you're here, and they find ways to get to see whatever they want. Well, I really hope and pray that you get to see that gun violence isn't it. It's not the way. And the reason why I can tell you this myself is because the reason why I went to prison had to do with gun violence. I'm not proud of what I did, but I did it. And I speak on it to help educate, to help teach you all. Men, little boys, don't touch a woman or man or child without their permission. And no child should be able to give you a permission anyway. Period. Thank you for the gifts. Period. It's too many influences out there. So, parents, I'm so sorry to say this, and I don't want you to think that I'm just like saying that you're a bad parent, but it's imperative that you become your child's example. You become your child's inspiration. You become their, who they look up to. Figure out how you can get them to look up to you, because if they're looking up to NBA YoungBoy right now, baby, it might be too late as far as them looking up to you. I'm sorry. Not too late for them to be saved. It might be too late for them to look up to you, but it's never too late for them to be saved. It's never too late. We are losing children on a daily, not just here in Oklahoma, everywhere. Even in different countries, from gun violence. Whether it's from gun violence from black on black crime, whether it's a racist gun violence, or it's the army, or the gun violence is gun violence, right? Right? Because, especially when children are involved. Children. Does it not make y'all stomach turn? Because it makes my stomach like, oh my gosh, like I'm sick to my stomach I'm sick to my stomach that there are some people that I follow right now to this day, and they are dead from gun violence, from domestic violence, gun violence. Because domestic violence, gun violence, falls under gun violence, stop the gun violence. Because there are so many men that hate rejection, that hate when someone that they're dating does the same thing that they did to them. So all they could think is murder them. I had someone on the couch, and I'm gonna say his name because you can actually look up his case. It's crazy, and I'm gonna say his name because it just goes to show you that this shit is fucking real, and it's right in our fucking faces. It's right in our faces. I had an episode, and you can go back and rewatch it, with a artist. You know what? I don't know if I should say his name because it's the Couch Chronicles where they no fucking limits. Go back and rewatch the episode. Type in Couch Chronicles No Limits and Slum Baby. Go back and rewatch. And if you listen, you can clearly hear a call for help that I totally missed. And when I finally picked up on it, by this time, it's over the phone and we trying to figure it out, trying to do what I can to help. It was other people that was trying to do what they can to help. But it ended up turning deadly. He couldn't take anymore. She couldn't take anymore. She left. And even though he was fed up, from what I heard, even though he was fed up and he didn't want the relationship anymore, by the time she was fed up too and didn't want the relationship anymore, it angered him. And he shot her in the back of the head in front of their child. Now, domestic violence can make you not even care about your child. Domestic violence can also influence these children that's out here right now committing these crimes with this gun violence. Because of what they see. That's why I said it's imperative for parents to be your child's influence in who they look up to. They not going to look up to you in the right way if you beating their mom's ass every day and them every other day. You are influencing them in the wrong way. Thank you so much for the gifts. You're influencing them in the wrong way. And as much as you, some men, I hear this, I've heard this before. Yeah, man up. You gotta be a man. This is what us men do. If you are literally making your son believe that being a man is beating the shit out of his mother, then shame on you. Because, believe it or not, you are the influence. You are. If you're beating your child's ass every fucking day for whatever the fuck, I don't give a fuck what they do or say. No child deserves to be punched on in their face. Beat the fuck out of until they're black and blue. That's another influence on them. Because when you're doing that, making them feel as if they are helpless, then they're more susceptible to be in the streets with a gun for protection. Because they don't want anyone to beat them like their father did or like their mother did. So now, they not even wanting to take any of the bullshit from the bullies at school anymore. Now they're so fed up. Your influence from home has bled into the schools. And now there's gun violence in the schools. Now, I don't know if you guys just recently heard this story, but I wrote this down because there's so many different recent gun violence headlines that are in the news right now. And one of them was a preschooler. A preschooler accidentally shot another preschooler. Preschool, guys. How did these children get this gun in the preschool? Preschool? 4 years old. This isn't middle school. This is preschool. It's getting easier and easier for children to get guns. How? How the fuck is it getting that easy that a 4-year-old has a gun at school to shoot another 4-year-old by accident? And you can't charge the 4-year-old for the death of your daughter or your son. You can't be angry at this 4-year-old. Can you? Can you really be mad? Can you hate a 4-year-old for murdering your 4-year-old by accident? Who is to be held accountable for children having guns? And what if the children didn't get it from their parents? Seriously. What do we do? Now, as parents, if you're a parent and you're like, you know what, I believe that we need to be armed, cool, bam, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. And hey, I agree. But there is no way that you should have your gun at even eye level with your children. At even eye level. It's crazy. If you are an adult and you have children around you and you have a gun, then that gun should even be above your head if it's in the house. And I know some people's like, okay, but how am I supposed to protect myself from an intruder? Well, as much as you can, have cameras around your house that are triggered by humans' movement. That way you'll know that if somebody comes to the door, and then make sure that your house is tight like Fort Knox. Make sure that way it'll give you time to go up into that closet and get that gun down. Period. Now you have to take extra precaution to make sure that you have time enough to go up there and reach for that gun. You have to. Because what y'all doing now is not flying. These kids are getting to these guns. Y'all think that, oh well, but if an intruder, that's no fucking excuse. I'm so sorry. It's no excuse. Your child is dead. It's no excuse. There's absolutely no fucking excuse to why your gun should be at eye level for a child or even yourself. I don't care. Take it how you want. It's too many children that's dead. Too many children that's running around with these guns. And it's because you guys are making it too accessible. And then whenever you got it, you didn't get it. And you know how back in the day when we did something and we didn't want our kids or somebody to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, hiding it. Y'all not even hiding it. Y'all got the gun big as this. Talking about some, hey, and then putting it up in front of them. And they watching your every movement because your children want to be you. So if you got that big old gun like this and you moving it all around in front of them, they watching what you doing with it. They watching where you putting it. And when you leave, they trying to be just like you. And they, look, I got daddy's or mommy's gun. And now they got it. And you didn't even think to lock it back up. You just, okay, false alarm, put it back down, going about your business, not even realizing that your 4-year-old has your gun in their backpack, and now they just murdered another 4-year-old on accident. Now, you're facing charges because you were irresponsible. Too many people are losing their life. Not just children. People. And like I said, all over, not just Oklahoma. We have to do our due diligence, do our part to stop the gun violence. Use your platform to speak. Use your voice to speak. Stand up. If you have guns, if you have firearms, keep them put up. If you want to be an example, if you want to be looked up to, you have to give a reason why. And to me, a good reason is putting your gun up. Putting your gun up. It's too many stories. Listen to this. First of all, rest in peace, Kamaje. Kamaje's sister was just shot and killed, if I'm not mistaken, at the park the other day. Esther. And Esther was actually supposed to be on the couch before for Kamaje, for Stop the Gun Violence. Firearms are the lead cause of death in Oklahoma for children. Did y'all know that? Firearms are the lead cause of death of children in the state of Oklahoma. That goes to tell you that minus what's happening in the streets, at least 50% of these parents are irresponsible. Irresponsible enough to have your gun in front of your children and have it out. Gun violence. Firearms are the lead cause of death in children in Oklahoma. Does that not break your heart? Does that not break your heart to see little caskets, babies, 4-year-olds, and the way that we can help stop it is using our voices, taking those precautions, those extra precautions. Just like if we want something to be done the right way, we have to do it ourselves. You know how you always say that? So, we have to take that extra precaution to make sure our houses and wherever we live are tight enough to at least give us the opportunity to, if we have our guns in the correct spots, we have our homes at least tight enough to hold an intruder off to get to our firearm. You have to take that responsibility to make sure that you have that extra step. That extra step could change the whole dynamic of firearms being the lead death in children. That could change so much, because if we are keeping our firearms in the correct spots, it's giving children less opportunity to be like their favorite rapper that they actually look up to. They just know mom and dad have the same guns that they seen their favorite rapper talk about. They don't know why you have it. They don't know what your purpose is. They just know that you have it. Now they know that mom and dad ain't acting like NBA Youngboy though, but they know that mom and dad got that heat like NBA Youngboy do. So if you have it in a spot, and please don't ever think that your children are not watching you or they don't see your hiding spots. Because I was about to say, show raise a hand. Let me get a raise a hand. Y'all ain't got to raise your hands, but you know. For those that's watching, whatever platform you watching on, you know that you knew where your parents' hiding spots was. Because I did. They couldn't hide shit from me. They might have thought, and I was so good that I would look in the gifts, but I would make it like it hit the edge of the wall or something to make it look like a natural rip. Yeah. I'll push it real back far to the closet and make it look like they did it so I could see what they had for me. So if I knew where all my parents' hiding spots was, what makes you think that these kids, these smart ass kids nowadays, and I'm talking about these kids are a little bit more advanced than we are because they have more advanced technology than we did. What makes you think that they don't know where your hiding spots are? Let's be for real. What makes you think that they're not watching where you put your thump, your gun, your stick, your fa? What makes you think that they don't know where you put that at? They are watching you like a hawk. And if you aren't literally doing what you can to hide your firearm, you are the problem. You are part of the problem. And if you are one of those ones that are rapping and you literally, this is a false fucking life that you're even fucking portraying. Trying to make it cool to these kids, you are the problem. Because it's not cool to have guns. It's not cool to catch no case. It's not cool to go to prison. It's not cool to shoot your ops. I'm just saying. It ain't. And don't get an argument twisted with wanting to shoot somebody. Because you can argue with somebody and not want to shoot them. Come on now. If you a Taurus, you can argue with somebody with a smile on your face and keep it going and sleep like a goddamn angel. And don't even think about it the next day. Some more recent titles that are in the news right now in Oklahoma. Listen to this. Seriously. This is just within the past 3 weeks. Man killed in Southwest Oklahoma City apartment 9 hours ago. Police release identity of woman shot 6 hours ago. Shot. That was 6 hours ago. Rest in peace, Esther. That was Esther. 7-Eleven clerk shoots attacker. And even the 4-year-old, that was early in December. The 4-year-old shooting, that was early in December. Also in OSU, there was a shooting. Like, literally, shootings back to back to back to back to back. And no matter whatever state you're in right now, whatever state or country that you're watching from, look in your news. Look at your recent gun violence. And notice that it's spiked up so much. Why? Is it more and more of the influence of the music? Is it the less care of the parents putting their firearms up? What is it? And how can we stop it as adults in this world, or as content creators, or as artists, musicians? How can we stop it? Stop the Gun Violence will be every month on the couch. So if you didn't get something today, you will get it the next month, or the next month, or the next month, or the next month. If you're brave enough to share your story of someone that you've lost close to you, come share it on the couch. Let's keep their name alive. We have to do our part to stop the gun violence. We have to, by any means necessary. Even if that means putting our pride to the side. Even if that means putting our beef to the side. What's more important, your beef or saving these children? What's more important, your little ego or making sure that these kids are taken care of and they have a better influence, better guidance? When is gun violence okay? When protecting yourself, right? But what if you find them later on? Then they become the victim. I know that seems kind of confusing. But I was raped in June. And I found my rapist in September. And even though I was the victim in June, when I found him to shoot him, he was the victim in September. And it overshadowed what happened to me. So sometimes if you don't handle things the right way, it can overshadow what was done to you or how you was harmed. So gun violence, again, like I said, I don't regret what I did. But if the things that I know now, the things that I've been through now, I think I would maybe make better choices. I don't know. I was young. I don't really know what I would have done. But I know now what I would do if, God forbid, something like that was to ever happen again. But if you are one of those parents that have a firearm, teach your kid the reason why you have it. The what and what not to do of it. And the proper place to hide it and lock it up. Be safe. If you want to be an inspiration to your child, if you want to be more inspiring than NBA Youngboy, and they know you got a gun, and tell them the real reason why. And the reason why they shouldn't follow these rappers that are pretending to be something that they really are not. We can start there. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. If you're just now tuning in, make sure you follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Apple Podcast Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, Big O, fan base, like, favorite it, tagged. I'm everywhere. Instagram, Facebook. Also, my main Instagram, YouTube, and page is THA Real JANELL. Also, make sure that you visit my .coms. And, if there's something that you would like to talk about on the couch, or if you would like to be a guest or interviewed on the couch, make sure you DM me. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. Let's stop the gun violence. Let's stop it. Let's do this together. I believe in us. That's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.